Hey everybody, I'm Casey Faris. I make videos on post-production here on YouTube. Today we're talking about something I am very excited about that will make your colors look super dope. Let's go. Here I am in Resolve in the color page. I want to show you a couple LUTs that just came out from our friend Cullen Kelly. You guys know I've been into color grading and LUTs and everything for a really long time, but this is a little bit different take on the whole LUT thing that I think is super interesting and is probably going to be the way that we do color looks in the future. Any of you that have watched my last couple videos will know the really cool benefits of using a color space transform for color. Takes us from a nasty looking log image like this to a much more balanced image like this. And it does it with math, so you get the very best quality colors and pretty much just squeeze the very best out of your image. And it also lets you change your output color space, right? So right now we're targeting Rec 709, but maybe we want to put this out to P3 or any host of other outputs. The basic idea is that we do all of our color correction before our color transform. So if we want something like a really warm kind of wash, whatever we want, that all happens before our color space transform in our working color space. And then we pretty much just adapt this to look good on whatever we want to watch it on. Well, the LUTs that Cullen is making are based on this workflow. So let's say we want to have sort of a filmic quality to this image, right? We want to have the contrast, the kind of cooler shadows, warmer highlights, some highlight roll off, all these things that we generally think of as qualities of something shot on film, right? Normally what you do, if you want to add, say, a Kodak film print kind of LUT, is in your color space transform, you might change this output color space to Rec 709, the output into Cineon film log, and then in this next node, you would load one of the film look LUTs from Resolve, like the Kodak 2383, and that's where you'd be. And does this look cool? Yeah. But let's say we want to put this out to something that's not 709. We do have some options, like we can put it out to P3, which is cool. But if we want to do something like HDR or some other color space, we kind of can't, because all of this is happening kind of at the end of the chain. So what Cullen has made are a collection of film print kind of looks that are designed to go before this color space transform. For instance, I can bring in my 2383, and now we have some of these filmic qualities like the highlight roll off, the kind of bluer shadows, the color palette and everything that we would want from a filmic image, but that's being applied before our color space transform. So if we want to target any other color space, we can do that here with the color space transform, and we don't have to redo our look or anything. Super freaking smart. So now I can adjust under this LUT and have it stylize my image before it's transformed to whatever display space I want. And here's the really cool part. This LUT right here, this one is free. You can get this from his website. There is a link in the description. It's a 2383 kind of stylized LUT. And I gotta say, man, this is something that I've been looking for a long time. Again, any shot that I want, just throw this on before our color space transform, and we have things looking really nice. Isn't that awesome? So this can be like your overall look in your timeline nodes or your group post clip nodes. You can get some really nice colors just with these two nodes. And here's something really exciting. Let's go back to our first shot here. I'll make two nodes before this because he actually has a collection of LUTs called the Elements LUTs, and they're split into two categories, tone and palette. Tone is like your creative contrast, right? So we can kind of mouse over each of these LUTs and figure out which kind of contrast and like color cast we want and kind of creative split toning we want, and double click to load it on. I'll just call this tone. And then in our first node, we can go over to the palette LUTs and we can decide kind of the color palette that we want. So maybe we like sun. And now we have this combination of our contrast and split tone and our color palette that we can kind of customize to whatever project we're doing. Super cool. So this gives you 16 different combinations of creative looks that you can put on things that all happen before the color space transform in super high quality. And if you don't like what one of them is doing, you can just go to your key output gain and bring that down, and you can kind of mix and match your corrections to be exactly what you want. This is a way to get some really advanced looks without having to know everything about look building. Here's another shot. I'm just going to do this because it's fun. This first one, let's pick our tone. Yeah, I think I like spring. And for our palette, ooh, that one's kind of nice. Yeah, maybe we like wind. Here's before just with the color space transform, and here's with our style put on it. It's nice and subtle, nice and tasteful, and it can work for just about anything, man. I'm going to be using these things all the time. This video isn't sponsored. He's not paying me to say this. I just truly think that this is going to help people make pretty images. So if this is exciting for you, like it is for me, there is a link down in the description to check out those LUTs. And if you're like, why is this a big deal? Well, why don't you check out this video where I explain how color space transforms work and how we should be color grading in 2022. Hey, that's a good time. Either way, things are good. Hey, I think you look nice today. I actually don't know. I don't know. But maybe you think I look nice today, and that'd be okay too.